Oh, good morning.
Crested Butte with my boy Buck. I knew him as Chris when we first met.
Yeah, that's
And
what
if
my
you
mom
look
calls me.
over his head, shoulder, that is Mount Crested Butte, where
Mother Rock.
you've spent 40 years. Well, how did you end up?
Seems like yesterday.
How did you end up here?
Oh, I was just looking to take a short break from school, be a ski bum for just a season,
Okay, that sounds about right.
and I thought Colorado was the place to be, John Denver and all.
Right? Rocky Mountain High.
Everybody at that time
Yeah.
was listening to John Denver.
Okay.
Uh,
Or Grateful Dead.
and Grateful Dead.
Okay.
And I was at some Dead shows out here too.
Hey, I met his little brother at Stanford at a party when I was at the Frost at a Dead concert. How about that for a small
It's a
one?
small world.
And then he lived with me here.
Great people
Yeah.
run in small circles.
Oh. Really little circles.
No, it was great. I just come here for a year. Well, I was taking a year off school, and my dad was not into it, nor my mom, and I had to have a plan. I couldn't just go, so I applied to like 8 ski areas in Colorado as a Nordic instructor. I was full
Was
cert.
Vail one of them?
Full cert. No.
Oh, good. Just checking, because I still love you. I was going to
Wreck
question.
was one. Steamboat at the Fiend Lodge.
Okay.
Here was where I wanted to be, but I had to cover my bases.
And you're sort of into summer activity too.
Cycling? Oh yeah, I was in the beginning of mountain biking,
Yeah.
like in California, Northern California. I was like a young kid wanting to be, hanging on that crowd.
And some of my most memorable rides have been with either you or your brother going back to the 80s.
Yeah, my dad was a bike racer in his youth, 58 national champion, U.S. champion, but cycling was not always a fun toy for us. We grew up in the country, and it was reality in the 70s of gas wars, and you rode your bike. It wasn't like mom and dad had time to run you everywhere in the one family car that we had. It was get on your bike.
So if you were going to tell me what are the things that kept you here all these years? What is it? What's so
Oh.
special about Crested Butte?
Well, it was kind of like I didn't have a lot to compare to. Tahoe, Kirkwood, and North Shore, playing in college and working, and I just had a dream of the quintessential little ski town, and I was lucky enough to find this place. Like I read about it. I read about a mine. A town fighting a mine in some random magazine in the early 80s. Sounded pretty cool. But telemarketing was the big draw here. This was like the
Nobody
telemark.
cares.
No, not anymore. But at the time, this was like the mecca of telemarketing.
I was part of it.
The center of the world. We all were.
Yeah.
Building your own boots and modifying gear. You couldn't just go and buy telemark gear then. You had to kind of make it.
Yeah.
Hot rod alpine skis with Nordic stuff and vice versa.
It
It was cheaper and lighter.
I was at the museum with you last night, and I was taking a gander at some of the early telemark artifacts that they had there, and then the early bikes too.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all, if you haven't used one of those, what were they, tow cages?
Yeah, the toe clips.
Oh God, they were dangerous. And the bikes had like skinny wheels that look a lot like cyclocross bikes now.
Yeah, but those were fat bikes then.
Oh, I know, we were badass.
That
too.
was a fat bike.
And
no
nobody wore a
suspension, no helmets, cut off blue jeans,
Yeah.
the Nike lava domes, and high-tech tennis shoes.
Yeah.
It has half hiking, half biking.
Those were freaking the days.
Oh yeah.
What do you think the thing that the people who are moving here now will never be able to realize, like your favorite thing about the town when you got here?
This town was really more down to earth. It was, people tried to get by with less. It was kind of like a badge of honor if you got by with less. You rode your bike around town. You didn't drive your car. I mean, back then it was before SUVs, and not everybody had a car, nor was every vehicle capable. I mean, that's why the towny mountain bikes came to be, because you just couldn't drive here in the spring. The mud was so bad.
Yep.
You couldn't get out of your driveway. And walking was, with these fat tired bikes, you could get around town. And your towny became your, like, you were known by your towny wherever it was
Yeah, people
parked.
could see where Buck
And
is.
everybody did it. It wasn't just something that a realtor parked in front of their office like now. It's like,
Okay, no,
no. I meant some establishments.
Okay, that's better.
But everybody had one. Everybody used one, and people just, we had no television in the valley, so it was like potlucks all the time. It was so cool. It was like you'd have 3 or 4 potlucks a week, and you bring something to somebody's house, and you'd be skiing, and then on a whim in the afternoon, hey, let's go have dinner at my house tonight, and 10, 15 people come over or something, and we'd have potluck and just sit around. Some would play music, just getting to know people. It was awesome.
And you don't have a TV to. How do you watch the Tour de France on the computer?
I go to the bar,
Okay,
or my friend Ricky records it.
right on. Anyways, this is Buck.
And I'm
He's the
working.
man, and he was the king of flashing. So you're a male has-been.
I'm a husband.
Yeah, because we talked to Christy yesterday. I
Yeah.
love has-beens. And he got his free pass, 25 years.
Woohoo!